designing compensation and benefits programs for a global workforce. In the complex landscape of international business, the design of a total reward system is one of the most visible and strategic aspects of human resource management. Global compensation and benefits strategies serve as a critical game plan for positioning a firm in its chosen market, investing in human capital, and achieving superior performance. For the global HR professional, this requires balancing a standardized overall reward philosophy with specific practices localized to fit the cultural, legal, and taxation context of dozens of countries. Designing these programs begins with a distinction between two areas: global remuneration, the compensation and benefit structure for all employees across all subsidiaries, where levels and provisions vary significantly due to local laws, traditions, and economic health. International assignee (IA) compensation, the specific packages for globally mobile staff, which must address relocation incentives, cost of living adjustments, and currency fluctuations. The primary objectives of any global program are to attract and retain the best qualified talent, facilitate transfers between locations, maintain a reasonable relationship between pay at home and abroad, and minimize costs to remain competitive. MNEs generally choose between three primary salary scale approaches: headquarters, scale. Worldwide salary levels are set at the home office with differentials for the local cost of living. This is typically reserved for managers and executives. Local scale. Wages are based on the norms of the country where the work is performed, generally used for the broader employee base. Global base per position, a form of equal pay for equal work on a worldwide basis, often utilized for unique technical specialists such as software engineers, where a global labor market exists. The most widely used method for compensating international assignees is the balance sheet approach. Its goal is to keep the expatriate whole by ensuring their purchasing power is equalized with their home country while providing financial incentives to offset the qualitative differences of a new location. A comprehensive package typically includes base salary, linked to the home country market for the assignee's experience level, equalization adjustments, differentials to cover higher costs of living, housing norms, and mandatory payments to host country welfare systems. Premiums and incentives, endorsements such as mobility premiums, hardship allowances for dangerous or isolated locales, and completion bonuses. Alternative models include localization, or local plus, where assignees move to local pay scales but receive some subsidies for housing or tuition, and cafeteria plans, which offer a menu of benefits subject to an overall limit. Global benefits are highly influenced by what is government-provided or government-mandated versus what is offered voluntarily. For example, the EU's Working Time Directive mandates a minimum of 4 weeks paid time off, whereas this is not a federal requirement in the US. To align employee interests with organizational goals, MNEs increasingly use equity compensation, such as employee stock ownership plans, ESOPs, and stock purchase plans, ESPPs, stock options, and stock appreciation rights, SARs. While popular for talent retention, these require careful management of varying national accounting tax rules and currency controls. The most complex variable in global design is taxation. Most MNEs implement tax equalization (TEQ) to ensure the assignee pays no more and no less tax than they would have in their home country. Additionally, HR must navigate totalization agreements, which are bilateral treaties designed to eliminate dual Social Security taxation for mobile workers. Finally, HR professionals have a professional responsibility to ensure that these programs foster fair, consistent, and equitable treatment. This involves respecting the intrinsic worth of every individual and ensuring that total rewards do not result in unlawful discrimination. Designing compensation and benefits for a global workforce is a delicate balancing act between internal equity and external competitiveness. When done effectively, it removes financial obstacles to mobility and ensures that the organization's human capital remains a sustainable source of global competitive advantage.